Hello, everybody. This is James from eDirectory. Welcome to today's webinar. Emerson, our marketing manager, is with us as well, and we are looking forward to speaking today about agency services to increase revenue. So thank you for joining us. We will start the presentation now and run through the slides and ideas, and then at the end of the presentation, if anybody has any questions or would like some comments on other things, just paste them into the Q&A channel or the chat on the Zoom meeting. Okay, great. So thanks for joining us, and let's get started. Directories are a great business model, as we all know. They're low cost to set up. They also have high margin recurring revenue potential, which is a really great business quality. And they're highly scalable in that you can run a very large directory with a small staff, or you can run multiple directories pretty easily. So it's a really great business model. So the question is, why would we want to even bundle additional services, agency services, to generate revenue? That's the first thing I just want to talk just for a minute on. So the first thing about that is obviously generating more revenue, very important. More services, more revenue. That's the obvious one. But more than that, these agency services can really help new directories generate revenue while building content and traffic. Often, if you launch a new property, a new site, it takes a little bit of time. You start and you launch, and it has some content, but it takes a little bit of time to really build out the content and get the traffic going. And so during that time, you can pay the bills often with some of these agency services. All right. And next, the other thing is many of these are great for retention. So many of these services, hey, you sell a listing and maybe often people have, some issues with retaining customers. And so this will turn your churn rate down if you're offering some additional services. Some of these services particularly are really great for retention. So, and why agency services versus something else? And you can certainly offer something else. We have a number of customers that run events and do other things like that. You could even sell t-shirts, whatever you can think of is great. More revenue, the better. But agency services particularly are a good fit because they're often complementary to listings. When you sell a listing, you're selling visibility. And so many of these agency services help your customers get visibility as well. And also to that, the production skills are often very complementary to the same skills that you'll use when producing your directory. Okay, so how do we do this? The first thing you can do if you don't necessarily have the skills is learn yourself. A lot of these agency services, they don't require a PhD. You don't need 20 years in school to learn them. You can learn them. There's lots of training involved online, etc. And then the other thing you can do often is outsource, where you find another company to actually provide the services under your name, or make a partner, find a partnership. Often that can be a two-way partnership where they'll refer you and you help this partner out, and the partner may have expertise. The outsourcing and partnering is great for really high skill services, skills that you don't necessarily have, your company doesn't have, and the services, and to scale the services. Especially if you're scaling and trying to go nationwide or in markets where you're not physically present, then outsourcing is often a great idea. So 8 service ideas we have for you today, and there's probably more ideas out there as well, but these are kind of 8 great main ones here that aren't too difficult to set up and provide. The first one is just website and email hosting, where you sell a listing, but hey, we'll host your website and we'll host your email for you. There's a bunch of systems you can use that have partner programs. We're building a product called Page One Sites. that has a site builder and reseller email platform. It's currently sort of in a beta, but it's working pretty well for a couple customers. We're still working on it though, but there's a whole bunch of other systems out there that you can use to do websites and email hosting. Wix has a partner program, HostGator, et cetera, et cetera. There's lots of different things out there, and depending on what you're trying to offer, there's different systems that are available to do that. We're trying to build one that works really well for eDirectory customers, that sets up very simple brochure websites and is super simple to set up and all white label. So that's what we're doing, but there's other stuff out there. You can certainly do this. One thing I wanted to mention about this is it's great because it offers monthly recurring revenue, or you can bill annually. In addition to that, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple to set up a site these days. There's a lot of templates out there, templates available, as well as stock images, the other things you need to do it. And it's almost to the point, it's as simple as setting up a detailed listing for a customer actually today. So it isn't huge amount of work. The thing you need to be careful about with website and email hosting is just if you get a lot of change requests where I want to change a page on my site, et cetera, et cetera. So the system that you use, you want to have an interface that's simple enough where the client can make those small changes themselves. Or a lot of clients don't even want to touch it. They're, hey, I don't want to touch it. You take care of it for me. In that case, you just need to find a fee arrangement that works for you, where you're able to charge for that and not just get killed with too many requests there. But we've seen this work really well with a lot of our customers, and it's a great service to offer. And it's great for retention too. If you're hosting somebody's website and email, they'll keep paying for your package for a long time to come. I don't think websites are going anywhere. And beyond that, even if they have a Facebook page or something along those lines, they still need a website. It isn't just about, we're having visibility, but having all the visibility. Are you in Google? Are you showing up #1, even if you have a Facebook page at #1 for the thing? So Facebook page plus the Google, everything in there. You want to crowd out all the competitors if you possibly can on that. Another idea is email newsletter production, where essentially you offer a service to create newsletters for your clients. You may want to offer a package. Hey, we'll do 1-2 newsletters per month. These are going to have X number of words in the newsletter with some links to some pages on your website. That type of thing. We'll do the custom content writing. We'll give you a call to get that produced, etc. And there's a bunch of email newsletter programs out there. MailChimp, Constant Contact, Campaign Monitor is the one that we use. Lots of different options out there as far as email newsletter. And we recommend you do it on sort of flat fee per newsletter, plus flat fee per month, obviously, and then also per list size. And then you can set up the newsletter in your own system and then just bill them for that, and make sure you have some margin off the list as well. So people that have a very large list, they often, the cost to send that out is more, obviously. Just make sure on this one that you budget the time to produce the newsletter and that you're able to really crank these out and do a good job on them. Think about it like you're making hamburgers at McDonald's. You can make your custom artisanal hamburger that you might make for your friends at a barbecue at your house, and it may take you a long time, et cetera, but these things are packaged, and so you need to maintain the quality and also watch your time in the production of them, of these newsletters, because you could spend days and days doing it depending. Next idea is product and site photos, where when I say site, I mean you show up to a location of a business that may have a listing in your directory. So they may have products that they want to get photographed, or just photos of their businesses, or if it's like you're doing a local guide, a restaurant, you can show up and do photos of the dishes, that sort of thing. This is a great thing today that everybody needs. They need the photos, not only for their website, for their directory listing, but also for their social media and everything else. So essentially, you just visit the client location, take the photos, or pick up their products if you create a studio. It is possible to learn these skills today. The equipment and everything isn't terribly expensive. There's plenty of online training about photography, that sort of thing. I mean, obviously, if you're really doing really top flight product photos and everything, there is some skill to that. And so in that case, if you really need that level of quality, you may want to outsource it to a pro photographer that just does that, and that's the only thing they do. But many of these companies, they want to produce like new photos all the time. New things coming out, new services, new restaurant dishes, etc. Just fresh content, and so the quality doesn't need to be top. Life magazine photo kind of photos, and it is possible for you to go out and spend $500 on a camera and a little light set, a light box or whatever, and get that going. It really isn't terribly expensive these days to do that, and it's a great service that you'll find people really value. Video production, kind of similar along those lines, but these are all, you can also do these where you really don't need the full studio and all of that, but it's more just sort of like an on-the-go blog. Testimonials are great, videos showing people's products and services. If it's a tour of a business is a great video. People are really like watching those. Also, many businesses kind of do events. If it's an event type thing that's in your directory, a show, a trade show, a thing over a weekend, that kind of thing. Often they need somebody to go out and produce a video of that kind of thing, an award show, whatever. And so these are great videos produced. You can do them sort of in live blog style, where you show up kind of like a YouTuber, and so the production doesn't need to be super formal. And this is another great thing that you can outsource as well to a company. And then in addition to just doing the video, you can help people promote the video where you submit it to their YouTube channel, your YouTube channel, you post it in the directory, you post it on the client's social media, you post it on the client's website, whatever you can do, you help them buy ads on YouTube, et cetera, if they want to put some budget into that. And you can include that ad budget, that promotional budget in with the package to charge a higher margin as well for that. So video production is great. We have a lot of customers doing this, and I think it works pretty well. In addition, one thing to keep in mind with it also is that the lighting and the post-production are the key to take it just a level up above sort of like, live blog kind of thing like we're doing today. And if you just get a little bit of lighting, a light that fits on top of the camera, and study a bit some of these video editing systems, you'll find that you can take it up a notch. That really helps. The other thing is a microphone for video production is important. And you can spend, they're not terribly expensive, $500, $1,000 maybe for a really nice sort of kit and setup. And you'll find you're able to do stuff that doesn't look terribly amateur. And it's not that difficult to learn. There's plenty of videos out there on doing that. And you can do a package with your customers where you bundle it in with a listing and offer 1 or 2 videos per year. And then you can write the script for the video before and after you've written a couple of the scripts, you'll find that there's sort of a formula for that. And it can work pretty good. Another idea is SEO service, where essentially you help the website of the business get rank on the SEO. One of the reasons this is a great service is it is a skill you'll likely develop while building your directory. Either yourself or your company will likely have SEO skills. So it's a service that you can kind of offer to third parties as well. And it's possible to partner on this as well. There is a lot of skill. SEO is very easy to learn at the basic level, but really when you get advanced, there is quite a bit of skill to it, and it takes time and some experience sort of figuring out what works and what doesn't. So it may be something you want to partner with. The other thing is with SEO, you need to be very careful about over-promising results. because some industries, some sectors, some geographic locations, et cetera, they're just very, very competitive, and they have a huge SEO effort on the side of the competition as well. So you'll have upset clients if you just offer an SEO service without sort of managing expectations about what results they may get. However, typically doing the work on SEO, you'll find you're able to get some results for it. It may not be page one for your main keyword, but maybe it's page one for your second or third keywords, that kind of thing. And that's certainly a useful service. So manage expectations on that is the pro tip. One other thing, sort of along with SEO, is ad management. Most people running websites today, they often, maybe they don't do it every month, but typically there's some component of buying traffic at some point, buying Google AdWords, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, LinkedIn ads, other ad networks, other systems, etc. This is very easy to potentially very complicated, depending on how you do it and how much time. The systems, the ad systems today, the ad management systems, they're very easy for a user just to get in there and set up, even if they don't know much about anything, about the systems. But on the other level, you can really go deep in this to maximize results. So there is a lot of skill there, and it's worth spending the time to get the training on it, especially if you're doing it. You can bill monthly on this service depending on some percentage of the ad budget. I would do it as a minimum plus a percentage or something along those lines, and that's and this also is a service that clients will probably get some pretty good results on. I mean, a lot of these ad platforms are pretty effective, and they spend the money, they will see the results. So it is a good service to offer. And this is another one. There are a lot of online ad management firms and freelancers out there. And so it is possible to partner, find a partner that's local to you with this if you don't have the service in-house and don't want to develop it as well. I always recommend if you have the ability, do it in-house, because you'll learn a few things, and it's sort of, you're building something for your business, and that learning is of enormous value as time goes on. Another service that works pretty well is content writing, where you actually write content for the customers. And so this type of content could be articles or blog posts, social media, those kind of things. And so often the content writing is one thing, and then you'll distribute and promote it in different places. So you put together a package that says, hey, listen, we'll write 2 articles per month, this number of words typically per article, that type of thing. And that'll work pretty well for the clients. They need fresh content as well for their own websites, et cetera. And often if you have staff that produces content for your directory site, you can outsource that talent as well. So content writing, that's a good package as well. And number 8, this is the last one, but it's actually a pretty good one, a pretty easy one to do, which is a submission service, essentially, which is like submit my business to other places on the internet, the Google My Business, other directories, other places, just to get other visibility out there, other local guides, that kind of thing. You can make a list of all the places that you're going to submit the listing to, and then offer that as sort of an add-on. And that may just come with you may want to do this one as sort of a bonus with a premium package. So, hey, you could buy our basic level. We have a free level, a basic level, and a super premium level. Basic level has, photos, videos, all this kind of stuff on it. The super premium, not only do you have your listing with everything on it, but we're going to submit your business as well and make sure it's updated on all these other websites out there. And it's a very, very easy service to provide. One tip, this is a pretty big tip here, is we highly recommend that whatever services that you're gonna provide, go out and get the training and certifications on those, and put those seals up, on your pages where you're sort of offering them. There's tons of online training and certifications depending on what it is. And that extra training, you'll find you learn a few things from it and you're able to produce things at a higher level. And more than that, you'll get the seal of approval there for the services you're offering. So a bunch of programs with Google, SEO programs, tons of stuff out there for that. Okay, so you think about what you're going to offer, and then the question is, oh, well, how do I bill the clients? You know, I have eDirectory. It has a system in there to charge people for listings, but how do I bill and collect money for these collect payment for these extra services? Well, what you can actually do is just add it to the listing package. So on your eDirectory, you have an Advertise with Us page, and if you're logged in as Site Manager, you'll see this bar on eDirectory that only you'll see. And then go to your advertise page where you have your listing packages, and then just edit this page. And you'll see our page editor, the widget editor, and you can go in here to edit this widget, which has the packages. And it's as simple as putting in what you're selling here under the bronze level, silver level, etc. So, hey, bronze level includes a video plus promotion of your video on YouTube, etc., etc. You can do it that way. Very easy to just sort of add additional services into what you're offering with eDirectory. But beyond that, the other way to do it is forget about the eDirectory advertise page. Many of our customers actually just delete it entirely or just don't use it, to unlink it, and go and create a custom page in the page editor. And then there's a feature that's almost hidden in eDirectory where you can send custom invoices to individual accounts, individual sponsor accounts. And so that's actually in this section here. If you log into your site manager and then click revenue reports, and then there is a custom invoice feature here that you'll see, and you can create a custom invoice and just send them an invoice. And the custom page is really great because you can create your whole own Advertise with Us page. You can do this for listings. A lot of people don't even sell extra services. They just sell listings, and they still create a custom page to sell their listings and format it how they want and put whatever they want in there. And then just the button to buy, to order, that buy button just goes to the same link as our stock advertise page. So it skips the advertise page and goes into the checkout process there. And if you have any problems or questions on this, you can send our support at eDirectory.com an email, or go to live chat on eDirectory.com, and our support team will show you how to use these features. Okay, and then the final tip, I guess, for today before we open it up to Q&A is after delivering agency services, you know, after you've done the video, et cetera, always ask for a referral. And this will help grow your business. There's a famous quote from the sales leader, sales trainer, Dale Carnegie. 91% will give referrals if asked, but only 11% actually ask. So think about that when you're delivering these services, and you'll find you're able to get the word of mouth going and generate additional revenue. All right, so that's our ideas on agency services. So now I will stop the share and open it up to question and answer. If anybody has any questions, you can pop them into the chat or actually into the Q&A section, and I'm happy to give more details or ideas on any of these. Okay, let me see. Do we have any questions? Okay, no questions so far. All right, Emerson, do you have anything you want to add here at this point? If not, we'll see if anybody else has any questions. Okay, it appears we don't have any questions on these. Yeah, I guess I wanted to thank everybody for joining our webinar today. Oh, there's Emerson. And I want to thank everybody for joining today. And if anybody has any further questions, you can just send us an email. We'll type in the email here into the chat. You can always send our marketing team an email, and we'll be happy to answer or give you some tips. Emerson, anything else to add?
Just regarding page 1, it's available for demonstration and trial. They just need to shoot us an email and a message, and
Yeah.
we'll contact them.
Okay, about that, sure. Okay, well, great. So let's see if we have one come in. Yes, page 1 demo link. Let me see. The site is page1sites.com. Let me see here. I just posted in. Let me edit this. You can also just send us an email to marketing@eDirectory.com. Send us an email. All right. And yeah, if you want to see a demo of the product, it's coming out of beta in the next couple months, but we're certainly happy to give people demos, and if somebody wants to try it, that sort of thing, happy to get you on there. We're trying to design it really well to make it effective for people that are running directory style businesses, to sort of make it all white label, minimize your time, have templates ready to go for different categories that people often use, etc. Yeah. Okay, well, great. Thank you. Thanks for your time today. And let's see, do we have, we have another one. Realistically, at what point do these agency services no longer make sense to offer? The directory reaches 1,000 listings sustainability wise. So this is fascinating, Chris, actually. So here's the thing. I think these services, they always make sense to offer, no matter what the size of your directory is. But it does make sense not to offer them yourself. So basically, you may want to offer them more as lead generation to some partners at some point. Once your directory's going, you're charging money, making money off everything, things are running well. You may not need to run these, offer these services anymore, and you may start to par the ones back that are lower margin or cause more work and are causing you scalability problems, and then just find a partner for them and outsource them is the idea on those. That's what I would say. So really it depends on your business model, et cetera. But yeah, I think you can always offer them. It just may not be you actually offer them, where you do lead generation for other customers. Hope that answers that. Okay, we got a question from Barry. I would like to see a link. Emerson's going to answer that one for you. Great. Okay, well, thanks everybody. Let me see. Okay, great. Any more? Okay, great. Any more questions? Final questions? Okay. All right. Well, thanks everybody. Last chance. Okay, we got somebody. Oh, let me see. We had another one come in. Okay, license for eDirectory. Is the demo site is still available to show a prospect? I currently do not use my license. Yes, Felix. Yes, send us an email. Emerson will send you an email here to reach out to you and get you a demo as you need there. So no problem there. Okay, all right. And last questions, anybody else? All right. Any offline services? Yeah, I mean, a lot of these services, you could think about what is offline, and do you want to do print pamphlets? You can do that sort of thing for people. So this is a question, do you have any offline services that aren't digital? Yeah, there's plenty of agency services that are offline. You get business cards printed, pamphlets printed, logo design, for whatever, get the sign done for the front door. You can think of anything you can think of offering, you could potentially offer as an agency service. It's just, what are you able to produce? There are a lot of things like business cards where you can do that and just have them mailed to people's business address and produce that via partner there. So yeah, you can certainly do offline services too. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for your time today. I hope we had a few ideas for you in increasing your revenue, and don't hesitate to reach out to us if you need any tips or anything else. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Thank you.